Hello and welcome back to the channel. This video is to show basically some unfinished projects which I've just abandoned because I've either got bored with them or I've decided the basic has just slowed up too much with the amount of stuff I've added and I've just given up or lost interest. This one, if I run this from the beginning, this one's called B-type. A little bit of an R-type kind of but it's not R-type, if you know what I mean. I've tried to give it a similar sort of theme, but made in basic. And to be fair, it's come out quite well, but I don't know where to go with it. It was just going to be a high-scoring game. It wasn't going to be a level 2 because that would just slow it up even more. I'm quite tempted just to perhaps add in a high score to this and just put it up on my itch account and just say it's a high scoring game. You know, it's maybe I could set the score so if you score, I don't know, 3,000 points, for example, that you've completed the game. The yellow ones you've got to shoot 3 times. What I liked about this one is I got the scenery to move as I move the spaceship. And I've recently added the tongue coming out of the pink monster's head, or magenta. So yeah, this, like I say, come to a bit of a standstill on it. Don't know where to go with it. It's sort of half completed. But, you know, it's sluggish for a basic game, but it's playable. I did it so when you go left to right, you jump 2 spaces rather than 1 to try and speed things up a bit. Kind of works. So yeah, this was B-type. So let me take you to the next one. Okay, so this game here was one of the very first games which I started to make when I got the Retro Spectrum. I'm not sharing these in any order, I'm just showing them as I find them on the USB stick. But again, I never finished it. It never went anywhere. It's still on my USB stick waiting for me to finish it. I've learnt a lot since this one. I made this one. I can't even remember what you got to do. Oh, that's right. You got to eat the pink boxes. You've got to find the key to open the door. Oh, he got me. Again, box destroyed. So the enemy shot the box with the hidden key. But yeah, again, I never went anywhere with this one. It just I just gave up on it. It's a shame, really, because I think it probably had the makings to be something good. But yeah, this was the first project I worked on after purchasing the Retro Spectrum. Retro Spectrum? Retro Spectrum. See if I can find the key. From memory, I think I've added 3 levels into this. I can't. There we go, I've got the key. So now I've got the key, I can go up to the blue box. Yeah. So if memory serves me right, oh, you mustn't touch the yellow ones. And again, it's just find the key. Oh, I found it straight away and died. What happened then? Oh, that's right. If you haven't got the key and you hit there, you die as well. But yeah, so that was a game that I didn't complete. Just sat in my USB stick waiting for me to do something with it. So that was Box. let's have a look at the next one. So this one was called Cowboy vs Aliens. This was just a little demo version I did because, again, it's not complete. And the idea is you're the little cowboy there. It's a platform game and you've got to jump and basically destroy the alien eggs. There's a few bugs in it, like that shouldn't have happened. So I never completed it, but I gave it the option so you could fire. But again, it was one of those games I thought, well, where am I going with this? See, that was a bug I didn't fix. I was trying to make like a, is it Bomber Jack? Was it Bomb Jack? I can't remember that game. Was it Bomb Jack? I can't remember the name of it now. But it was almost like with this one, well, what's the aim of the game? Just jumping on the egg all the time. So, yeah. Of course, every time you kill something like this one here, part of the platform disappears. So it makes it harder because your platform starts to disappear. And if one of the aliens or the blue egg lands at the bottom of the screen there, then you instantly die. But this is another game I'd love to finish, but where am I going with it? You know, it's well, what's the point of the game? What am I meant to be doing? It's again, for a basic game, it's good. You know, I'm quite happy with what I've managed to achieve on it, and maybe I'll return to it at some point and do something with it. Right, okay, this one's called Rogue Satellite. So, Q up, A down, P right, O left, M fire, also Kempstone. I'm going to use the keys. Again, another game, uncompleted. So I've got quite a few projects on the go, and but what I find, it helps to come away from them and then revisit them at some other point when I've learned about a different command or something. So the objective is those magenta, pinky coloured, whatever colour you want to call it, is they're meant to be satellites, and I've got to destroy them to stop them getting to the blue planet. This one has got a different weapon as well, which I'm trying to remember how you get it. I can't remember how I set it up now, whether or not something appears on the screen and you collect it and then it's like a power up and you get a different weapon. I can't remember. I think you've got to shoot so many satellites, and as you can see, I'm not doing very well. That's right, I've got the energy level up the top, so every time he hits the blue planet. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what I made this game do. So every time he hits the blue planet, my energy goes down. But I'm sure I put a power up in this, so when you shot so many of the satellites, you could power up and you'd get a more powerful weapon. Okay, you might recognise this one from the YouTube Learning in Basic videos I was doing. Haunted Castle. I'm pressing a key, nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. So I'm the little white man at the top there, And the idea of this is just to get the key at the bottom. Again, a bit of an uncompleted project. It was one I was working on the YouTube videos, which I've kind of halted for now because I want to show other commands before we perhaps revisit this to make further improvements. Oh. Yeah, I was quite pleased with how this one was looking, you know, as visually on the screen. So you get the key. Oh. What I would like to have done with this one is introduced more levels. Yeah, I could perhaps just throw the random command in there just to move the doorways to certain areas, you know, and perhaps randomly place the keys in different places just to create, just for the sake of creating a different level, you know. But yeah, like I say, another project put on the back burner for now until I decide where to go with this. So I get to the door, I can unlock the door, and there's two ghosts in there. And what I did, I made the other ones disappear, basically to improve game speed, so there wasn't so much moving on the screen at the same time. And that was it. That's all that game is at the moment. It doesn't do anything else, and you just start again. Destination X. Now this was a game which I was starting to get really into making it, and again come to a standstill. Again, a bit like a Frogger style game. I've got to get it. I can only cross when they're black. When you cross the line, another load appear. So I can only cross when they're black. I've got to collect the red ones. For some reason, they're not changing colour because they're meant to change to magenta, and you can't cross when they're magenta. So maybe, yeah, you drop that in there and then you do the same for the next one. But for some reason, I may have disabled it while I was doing tests and not re-established it. But basically, the black, they should be turning magenta, and they're not at the moment. And that was another thing I haven't finished. See, it shouldn't have disappeared like that. It should have remained in there, and the object was, I'd then drop it in to the adjacent one until all three will fill up, and then that would be game over and completed. So yeah, as you can see, not completed, and it's not actually doing anything at the moment. Let me go back and see if I can find a different version of this one, because I'm sure I did a lot more than this. Yeah, so this was the original stages of making that game. As you can see, they're turning colour now. And if I hit one, I die. And I've got to get to the blue box. And the one that I just showed you was me trying to develop it into that you collect 3 boxes and have to bring them back. So I can only cross when these turn black. Like so. I've made it too hard for myself. Again, what I liked about this one was the movement that I've managed to do. So yeah, this was, or I should say it is Destination X, but again, on the back burner for a minute, haven't decided where it's going. So this one's Fred the Flea. Another type of platform game. The score on the life system hasn't been completed yet, so none of that's working. And I wanted to do a style game where I could do room changes. Whoops. So this one I will be returning to at some point to finish it, because it's going quite well so far, and speed-wise it's running very nicely. I'm not going to have so much movement in this. I'm just going to have stationary objects which you've got to get past, and the odd movement like that face there. But yeah, I wanted to try and achieve that, and I did. So the room changes, obviously I haven't put any other platforms on that level. So yeah, this is another game which is waiting for me to revisit. I think what it is with me is trying to push the limits of BASIC all the time, and seeing what can be achieved, and to show that it is possible to make a game which looks pretty decent, you know. And I'm hoping that stuff that I'm putting out there, people are enjoying it and appreciating it. It has been made with the BASIC language. Obviously I'm still learning. There's loads of stuff I've got to learn yet, and different methods. Oh, and there was this one, Worm. Again, I just stopped on it because what am I doing? Where's this game going? You're a spider shooting worms to try to stop them from eating the apples. And it's just left and right movement for the spider, and all I've got to do is stop the worm. And that's as far as I got with this one. Got bored of it. Didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, that's another one. But I don't tend to delete anything. I keep them just in case I want to go back and revisit them and try and do something with it. So this was the only other game I could find on my collection of unfinished projects. Empire Strike. I did run this one through an encoder, but couldn't work out how to save the compiled version after I'd done it. It's playable as it is, but as you can see, it's a little bit sluggish. I think the purpose of me doing this game was a bit of an experiment to see how many user-defined graphics I could move with regards to the spaceship there. I've got 4 user-defined graphics and a little animation with a flame coming out the bottom of him for his rocket jets. So yeah, that is my collection of unfinished projects, and if you feel that one of these games would be quite successful if I finished it, let me know and I might return to it and work on it a bit more. I've got quite a few there, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I do a kind of got a habit of starting something and then abandoning it, you know, just not completing it, and then I'll return at a later date and add more to it once I've learned further commands or improved my programming skills. But anything is possible with BASIC if you're clever enough. Don't have to worry about the speed. This is a nice speed for me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you've enjoyed the video. More to come soon, and I shall see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves now.